Hey guys, Karen Wolf here in the art studio this evening. How are you all doing? I'm a painter and I teach you how to paint and become a better painter in an easy to follow step-by-step process so that you can become a more confident painter and be proud of your art. All right. Get this thing out of the way so I can see. Okay, so we're going to paint the Patriotic Birdhouse here behind me. I'll move this in a little closer so you guys can see. Running over my cords here. Get these out of the way. So, hope you guys are doing good. Oh, sorry about that. I just popped up there and just whammy. There was my face. All right. So, okay. Say hey when you jump on here because that way I know you're on here watching me live. And if you do not see the red live up in the corner, that means you're watching the replay. And if you'll just say replay, watching the replay. And that way I know who's watching. So, yeah, that's really helpful. It's nice to know who's jumping on here and spending time with me on Facebook land. All right, so I'm just going to get my iPad up here so I can see who's on. Cannot see on my iPhone there. So, hopefully we'll have good service. All will be great in the world. There's me. There's Tammy. Hello, Tammy. Welcome, my friend. All right. Hello, hello. Okay, so we're going to paint the birdhouse. This was just a cute little simple painting. I had posted the two of these, the red, white, and blue flower in a clay pot. And then I posted the these, this and that, which do you like best? And more people liked this one. So that's what I'm going with. And I said that I would paint it on wood. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, see if I can find some paint. So how are you all doing? Did y'all have a good day? Y'all doing good? Pretty good? I have gone non-stop. Non-stop. That's pretty typical, though, for me. So, let's see. I've got y'all whammied here. You got to be able to see what I'm doing. Don't you? Okay. I don't know why that thing goes crooked sometimes. Is it because I have the... This isn't crooked. See if you can see that. Who knows how that rolls. Golly, that's all wiggly. Okay. Well, there's no paint on that one left, so we won't use it. I just like to use up my paint that I've got over here that I've had on some other plates so that I don't get new paint out. So that's a lot of paint. I go through a lot of paint anyways. Hey, Melissa, you made it. You made it, Melissa. All right. Good deal. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to paint on this board here. Actually, I had that one. I thought I'd paint on this one. Which one should I paint it on? Do I like that one better? I don't know. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. Let's just paint on this one. Okay. So I'm just going to make the background just kind of a light gray, I think. So with that, I still don't have any paint on the daggone plate. With that, I'm going to make a gray out of brown and blue and white, or if I have black on my plate, I may use black and white, but I'm just going to use a blue and a brown and a white to make a gray. And I need my squirt bottle. So that makes gray. So you already learned something just right off the bat, that if you want to make a gray color, if you don't have black and you want to make gray, the color that you would mix to make that is brown, ultramarine blue, You can use burnt umber, or you can use a burnt sienna, and that'll make gray. So there you go. There's gray. Pretty cool, huh? And this is already gray, but I'm just going to go over it a little bit more because it's had some pencil writing on it and whatnot. So I'm just cleaning this board up, just painting it a little bit. So there. So y'all just, like I said, just say hi when you jump on here. And if you're new, let me know. And just, yeah, say where you're from. That's always fun. Love, love, love to see where everybody's from. And if you're new to painting with me, that's fun too. All right, so there I just painted that board gray. Nothing hard about that. Now this one's white because the background of the, that's all still crooked, isn't it? Well, does that thing keep falling down or something, or is that just me? Did I move it? Okay, so I'm just going to take a little bit of white on my brush, and I'm just pulling it up and down, just kind of making it look like old. Because I said I was going to paint this on an old piece of wood, and I couldn't find any. So I'm going to have to make this look like it's a little bit tattered. So I'm just put a little bit of white on my brush, and I'm just really just laying it on here and just letting it come off, just pulling it off on this board. Just getting some lighter, just put some white in that gray is all I did. So I'm just pulling this up. And you can just scoot, you can just like scoot it along. And you don't get a whole lot of paint on there. You can pull this, is it stuck? Down in that little crack, we can pull this out so that it's not. And just pull up on that a little bit. But yeah, I didn't have any old wood. If you have old wood laying around, just, oh my gosh, don't throw it away. Don't throw anything away. If you're a painter, you can paint on anything. Do y'all paint on wood? Paint on canvas? What do y'all paint on? Y'all tell me. Tell me in the contents. Tell me in the comments, not contents, what you all like to paint on. Do you like to paint on wood or canvas or both, or maybe you like to paint on something else that I haven't mentioned. Okay, so I'm just putting just some random, just some white on there, and you can make it as bold or not as you want. And then I'm going to put some darker ones in, I think. There it is, still going down again. It must be my Archon mount is doing that, just slowly losing its mind or something, because every time I turn and look, it's like down farther. Sorry about that. I moved that way up. That was so you could see the paintings back there behind the thing. That's so you could see all that stuff back there. Well, hey, Miranda. Welcome. Thanks for jumping on. Yeah, long time no see. Oh, shoot. All right. So there I'm going to make a little bit darker. I need some blue. I'm going to make a little bit darker gray. And I'm going to make some darks in my wood. I'm going to use this. Just a ultramarine blue, a burnt umber, and white. Just making a dark. Well, I got it into yellow. I don't need that. Hey, Brenda. Welcome, my friend. Paint on anything that doesn't move. Yeah, and sometimes it may be moving. Oh, shoot. That's funny. Welcome, welcome, my friend. It seems like I haven't been on here forever. I used to go on twice a week. I'm just going to just kind of put this on here just random. I'm just making this look like an old piece of wood, okay, is all I'm doing. I told you guys that I was going to paint on an old piece of wood, and here I am. I got to create it. So here's what I'm doing. I'm just making an old piece of wood, okay? And I'm just taking this out of my brush up and down just to give it the look of a wood grain or something to that effect. I would have liked to have found an old piece of wood. That would be cool. Like a real rustic old one. Oh, look. Maybe we'll do it again. I didn't have any tall pieces, any short pieces. I didn't have anything like that. So there we go. So there is just the look of an old piece of wood. So, what do we got? We got Tammy, Jude, hello, Angela. I know I always pronounce your name wrong. Then Melissa, Brenda, Miranda, Missy. Hello, everyone. All right, I'm just rinsing my brush, just cleaning my brush here. All right. Gosh, it's taking forever just to clean the paint out of my brush. Okay, so you can make this as you know, rustic looking or smooth. You can make it a white background. You can do whatever you want. It's your painting. Paint it your way, what you like. Everybody likes something different. Some people like things to be real smooth and pristine and perfect, and some people like things to be, oh, just a little. I'm going to dry this a little bit because I know this is going to draw on here. There it goes, moving down again. Where is it? I think that's dry enough. I think. Okay. But some people like for things to be all, you know, perfect and whatnot. And some people like for things to be just a little misshapen, just kind of rustic, just not so perfect. So, which one are you? Do you like things to be all tidy and neat and matchy? Oh, I spilled my water. Matchy. I used to have some matchy people in my art studio. When folks would come in there, they would, it's wet down here and it's not wanting to draw. They would come in and they couldn't stand for things to not be even. They couldn't stand for things to not be even on each side. That's still not going to draw. And it's funny. But that's just the way we are. We're all different. And, you know, sense of everybody liking the same thing. That would be boring, wouldn't it? Okay, I think I'll bring that down a little bit. Do that. And then over here, we'll have our little flag. How's that? Okay. All right. So now we're going to start painting. So I'll probably mostly use, knock that over, a 1/2 inch flat if I can find it. So we're going to go in with a 1/2 inch flat. So far I've used a 1 inch just to paint my background. And then now I've got a 1/2 inch flat. You use whatever brushes you like and what works for you. Okay, so I'm going to go into the blue. Up here, I'm going to do blue and a little bit of, let's see, you can do blue or a little bit of purple and blue. Darken it a little bit. Or just do blue, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to darken it a little bit. Have some blue. You can do blue and brown. Brown will darken your blue a little bit. And just painting in this shape. And this will be red, white, and blue birdhouse, patriotic type birdhouse, just in time for Memorial Day. So you could use this in a decoration. Wood is a little bit different to paint on. It's not like canvas. It covers a little, dries really fast. Covers a little different. I don't paint on wood a lot because I forget about it. A lot of people like wood pieces. Y'all like wood pieces? You like to have decorations and things sitting around in your, I need some brown, in your home with like wood and flowers and different things together. I used to decorate in the house a lot with different things like that, you know, and now it just seems like I don't have time. I'm getting some brown. I'm using acrylic paint, if you're wondering. I am using acrylic paint. I'm getting a little bit more brown here. It's burnt umber. I should have put it on this plate. I've got like 4 plates. I'm losing my mind. Trying to use up paint. I'm not usually so scattered. Oh, shoot. So I'm just trying to darken it a little bit in some places, and I was using brown and blue. There. And I have accomplished that. I'm just painting over it. There. So I got that. All right. Then I'm going to take a little bit of white in that blue. And I'm going to lighten the top here. Just take that white on your brush and just pull it up. And just lighten the top of that. And you can come down a little bit on this side. And lighten that there. And this is just a fun painting. You like painting on wood, Brenda? I do, but honestly, I always just grab a canvas. Just forget about that wood. But it is fun. It's different. And Tammy says it depends on what she's doing as to whether it needs to all be matchy-matchy. Well, I guess that is true. That's funny. Melissa says canvas and wood do for just... it disappeared. Just getting back into painting. Well, Melissa, I'm glad you're getting back into painting. Tammy says canvas, but have used wood. Yes, Tammy, I know you have done some pretty things on wood. I've seen. I'm glad you're back into painting. It's a lot of fun. It's therapy, I believe. For me, I think therapy for a lot of people. So we're just going to come in here and we're going to do a red stripe. I should have drawn that with my thing. We're going to do a red, a white, and a red stripe. And you can do this however you want. This is your birdhouse. You do it however you want. And if your red's not covering, if your gray background is not working with your red, you can go in and paint it white and then paint red over it. First, if you need more coverage. If it's not covering good. Man, that is like drying fast. Faster than fast. And if your paint is too dry, mist it with a mister bottle, like I did earlier. I keep a mister bottle handy. And just mist my paint if it's too dry. This has been sitting in here for a while, so when I'm done with my paint, I use the foam plate to paint. on to squirt my paint out on. As you can see this beautiful palette. It is kind of pretty. And then I cover it with another plate. I put a plate over top of it, invert the top plate, the foam plate, and then I stick it inside when I'm done. I threw all of them in the floor. I stick it inside of a Ziploc bag, and that keeps it all good. So it lasts for days. So there you go. That's tip number what? For this evening. Love to give you painting tips. Love, love, love to give you all painting tips. So if you paint with me very often, you'll realize I don't hold back. I don't hold back on too much of my information. I don't really have any secrets. So if you're painting on wood, you like to use chalk-based paint, but have used acrylic too. Yeah, the chalk-based paint is fun. It's more, it's definitely a different texture. I painted on actually a shelf for that, but not ever painted actually a painting like this with the chalk paint. So that's a new one on me. So I'm going in with red. I guess I should tell you what I'm doing. I'm going in with red, and I'm adding a little bit of blue or purple to darken it. Just a little tiny bit of blue or purple to darken it first, and mostly on the right-hand side. So I've got a little bit darker red up underneath of the the peak there. So we'll let that dry. I'm rinsing my brush, and I'm going to dry it with a paper towel. And let's see. If you're painting on, Brenda says he painted on some on flower pots and filled them with different things and give them as gifts. Yes. Yes, yes. That is a good idea. I've done that before too. I've painted on some flower pots. That's really fun. And to give as gifts, yes. That would be fun for Mother's Day. You could do that for Mother's Day. That's coming up this weekend. Or you could do it for birthdays. I'm looking for brown, and I'm just like dumbfounded here because I can't find it. I'll put it on this plate over here. We'll move it to this plate. Yeah, painting is fun, and also you can give your paintings as gifts. So there is a perfect reason to paint. How about that? You have fun, and then you have something that you can give to somebody as a gift. Painting is great, guys. If you don't do it, if you've done it and you've been out of it for a while and you want to get back into it, if you've never done it, and you want to try and you're afraid, you're nervous, don't know if you can, I understand that. Because before I started painting, I was like that. I was afraid to try it. I'm just going in with a 1/2 inch flat with some burnt umber, and I'm painting in this bottom piece here. Yeah, because you're just, you're afraid. You don't know if you can do it or not. You're afraid somebody might, think, oh, that's not very good. That's ugly. So you can go in with some brown and some purple to darken that brown a little bit there. Make it a little darker on the bottom. You're afraid because you don't know a whole lot about it. You don't know about painting. You don't know what to paint with. You don't know what kind of paint to use. You don't know what kind of brushes to buy. You don't know anything about canvas. I was there. Same thing. I'm sure a lot of you guys that used to paint in your early days, that we all did that. If you don't know, sometimes the unknown is a little scary. It is scary. So then I'm going into a little bit of white on that dirty brush. Just going into a little bit of white on the dirty brush, and I'm just going to pull that across here on the top, just over from the side a little bit. But I'm here to help you. If you would like to just follow along with me and paint with me, I would love it. Love, love, love it. And you will learn. You will learn color mixing. What color is your purple? The purple that I have is a I can't pronounce it. Dioxazine purple. Can you see that? That's the purple that I'm using. And this is Liquitex Basics paint is what I use. Sometimes I grab over here this Blick paint that I used to use in the art studio. I had an art studio over in town, and I've got a lot of that paint left, and sometimes I grab it. But the Liquitex Basics is my go-to paint, and I use that most of the time. So, but there's others. I mean, there's Galleria. There's lots that I can't think of the names of them right now. There's lots of different paints that you could use that are good. I've used that, the other acrylic paints. But the Liquitex is affordable. It's pretty... I'm just going with the burn umber here, down here on this bottom one too. The burn umber is affordable, and I like it. So... I've used other ones, and I just have always gone back to this one. But you use what you like. When I first started out, I painted with the little bottles of craft paint. And if that's what you use, then so be it. When I first started painting, I used these. Different brands. They come in different brands. There's like Apple Barrel, Americana, Deco Art. If that's what you want to use these. If you're first starting out, just paint with whatever you have at home. The brushes that I use are the Simply Simmons brushes, just because they're, I got a little bit too much purple on that, so I'm going to go back into my brown, umber and purple to darken it a little bit on this right side. And it's not sticking very good. I'm going to have to let it dry a little bit. But those are the brushes that I like. The Simply Simmons brushes are so nice because they last a long time. They're very durable, and I love the way they paint on smooth. They have a nice, you can get a nice chisel edge. Hey, Kathy, welcome. Hello, good evening. You can get a nice chisel edge with the Simply Simmons brushes. I like the way they feel. They're durable. They last a long time if you take care of your brushes, if you clean them really well and take care of them. And when you're finished painting and you don't leave them set with paint in them. You take care of your brushes, they'll take care of you. They'll last for a long time. If they're, if they're good brushes. So then I'm just going to go up here with that same brown. Painting in the pole for my flag. I'm going to go in over here with a little bit of yellow. Just to make this a little different color. Yellow and brown. And then I'm going to go in a little bit of white with that, yellow and brown, and just touch that in on that side. I just use my finger a lot. Just do. Okay. All right. So I'm just rinsing my brush a little bit there. Thank you all for jumping on this evening and watching. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been on. I've been coming on here once a week here lately because my little grandson is in T-ball, and I watch the kids after work my grandkids, I watch them after work. I'm just going in with a light color here, just making a gray, on a bluish gray, because I want it to show up. I watch them after work, and he has T-ball now, sometimes on Mondays and Tuesdays. You never know when it's going to be. So I just switched to going live on Thursdays. But I think, since that just seems to be a long time in between. A week's a long time, guys. Is a week a long time for y'all to see, to jump on here and chit-chat and talk and paint and learn and all that? I think we could do twice a week, maybe, every now and then. So just dry that with the hairdryer. So what I did, I just took blue and white into the gray and just made kind of a gray dark a background there for my flag to have something to start with. Because I'm going to have white. Everything that's white starts with a gray. So, I don't have blue. So now I'm going to go in with blue for my this part of my flag. And paint that in just blue. Hey Paulette, welcome, hello. Good to see you all in here this evening. Appreciate ya. Then I'm going to go into a little bit of white with that dirty brush, the blue, and just kind of touch in, just touch, just took the edge of my brush and just tappity tapped in there. All right, then we'll do, let's do red, and it'd probably be easier if you just painted it all white and did it, but I like for mine to show through gray. So I'm going to do my red, just taking the brush, and there's probably many different ways that you can do this, but I'm just going to take my red, put in my little stripes. And this, I'm not like, you know, of course, like how many stripes are in a flag. I don't know. I'm not like making this like the perfect flag. I don't know. I've just probably made it longer. This one only had 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not like, you know, and you can make it less perfect than that. Just some red and white stripes. Okay, so we'll let that dry a little bit so that we don't have pink like I did over here. See that pink? Fixed that, didn't I? Okay, then we're going to go back over here and work on this. So we're going to go into some white, a little bit of blue, white into the blue, get a little bit of that on my brush, because I want to start with a grayish. I don't want it to be gray, I want it to be like a blue-gray. This is just a for fun thing. It's not really supposed to be like, you know, realistic and 3D and all that, but some of the shading and things that you can do makes them look a little better. Kind of more interesting. Not so flat looking, I suppose. Just have fun. Just enjoy it. Have fun and enjoy it. Okay, so I put a little bit of dark in there. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of the gray, a little bit of the blue. Go a little bit in darker over here. My gray is blue. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. Nebraska girl. I appreciate that. All right. It's a really simple design. It is cute. Thank you for saying that it's a cute design. And just something simple, fun to paint, just something that you can do. Like I said, you can do this on wood. You can do it on canvas. You could do it on, actually, you could do this on a clay pot, like you said. You could do it on a card. I'd showed you guys in the past. We've done, and I'm just taking blue and white, and I'm just making this more blue and leaving it white on that side. We had done some cards with not cardstock, watercolor paper. That is fun. Watercolor paper is so cute to make cards with. We'll have to do that again. Cards are fun to make. Okay, so with the stars up here, I just did, took some blue, actually white, not blue, took some white that was tinted with a little bit of blue, so it wasn't stark white. But I took white, flat, chisel edge, my brush. You can stencil these on if you have a small star stencil. I just chiseled my brush and made a star shape. Remember in school drawing a star? Did you all do that? Where you just draw a star. Do I have a piece of paper? I don't have a clean piece of paper. But I just drew a star with my brush. Just, you know, how we used to in school, just draw a star. That's what I did. But I took the brush and drew the star. So, then once I drew it, then I just take my brush and fill it back in. Painting that back in with the brush. So that's all that is. And this one I did 3. I think I could probably do 4 on here. So I just do my star. And do they have to be perfect? Absolutely not. They do not have to be perfect. And no, I'm going to get into my white if I'm not careful. They do not have to be perfect. And you can draw them in and then paint them in. You can do whatever works for you. I just painted them in. You all see that. I try to stay out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. And then if you get out of line a little bit, you can straighten it back up. Try to stay out of your way so you can see. Okay, so I just drew the star. And then just painted it in. And I'm not worrying too much about the coverage of it because I want them to kind of not look all perfect and pristine. That's how I am with things. So, but if you want them to look real perfect and, you know, all whatnot, you could stencil them on. I'm sure there's like little star stencils somewhere on planet Earth. Gosh, they have everything these days, don't they? Oh, I messed my star up. Can't remember how to do a star. I was like lost in space there for a minute. Couldn't figure out how to do a star. They just have so many things at our fingertips that we can just buy. You all like to do stencils. That's something I don't do a lot. I should probably do that on here, shouldn't I? Stencil some stuff on. Show you guys how to do that. Well, you guys probably already know how to do that. I think stencils are fun to add to paintings and things. And I've talked about doing that before. If y'all like to do that, just let me know. Put it in the comments. Let me know. Would you like to do some stenciling? We could do like a painting or something. Do some sayings on it or something like that. That would be cool. Okay, so there's that. This one's my first one is always different than the rest of them. Because then I get all tired and lazy and the rest of them look different. But that's okay. We'll soften these up and just put a little bit of a highlight up in there more. Just soften them out a little bit. Okay. All right. Then we're going to, I'm just going to put a little bit of a highlight on that. We'll do a little bit of highlighting on the red. We're going to make it more bright red though. I think dry this, or rinse your brush. Dry it. Good grief. Rinse your brush, and then we're going to go with a little bit of red. Pure red. This is a Cad Red medium. Just going to put a little bright red over on this side because we darkened the right side with the red with a little bit of purple in it. So we're just going to darken that in, or lighten that in. Gosh. When I get tired, I just say the words wrong. Sorry. Oh, shoot. All right, so we're on the home stretch. Then let's dry this really good, and we'll put the center in. And then if you get your charcoal, I drew that in with the soft fine charcoal. If you dry that really good, that wipes off. Get that off there with just a damp paper towel where you have your chalk on there. Just make sure your painting's dry before you try to get that off. My paper towel doesn't have any water on it. Then we're going to do the heart. Is that dry? Let's do, well, do that. Do the heart here in the middle. And you can draw it or not. Doesn't matter. Didn't leave room for my thing. That should have been up farther. It's not wanting to draw on this wet paint. Okay. All right. So I think I'm going to put a little touch of white right here on this side. Little touch of white here on this side. Little touch of white top here. Top here. And then take that little touch of white for your white on your flag. You can touch even a little more on your stars. Then we're going to do a dark center. You can do black or you can do blue and brown. Blue, brown, a little bit of purple, no contamination of any light colors whatsoever. We'll make a color that looks like black. Oh, and I I said that, and then I got into that white. Do as I say, not as I do. A little bit of just a dark color in this. I'll have to dry that with the hairdryer. And brown, blue, brown and ultramarine blue and purple will make a dark color that looks like black. With no contamination of any light colors. We're almost done. I made my heart a little bit fatter than what I would have liked. I don't know. My hearts never look good. I'm not good at it. Oh well, don't worry about it. And then take a little bit of white on that dirty brush and then go over here to the side. Just kind of swish that down. This is a fun one. This is fun. Love, love, love to do these. And then take a little bit of white and do a little highlight there. A little highlight there. And then you can do a little bit of, go a little bit into the brown. So that's not real white. Brown and white, lighten up this side. And then go with a little bit of the white highlight right there. Did we get everything? I think so. Yeah. I think we did. I'm just going to pop in some little bit more white on this. All right. And you can make that, like I said, you can do, sky's the limit. You can make that as rustic background or soft background or whatever you like. That is completely up to you. Oh, thank you, Miranda. Thank you. I love it too. I think this is a fun, just a therapy painting. Just do something, sometimes just for fun, and I'm looking for my script liner. Just do something sometimes for fun and just enjoy it. And, well, they're all fun to me, but you know what I mean. Like an easy one, a quick one that you can just throw together really quick. I call those little therapy paintings. Just something that you just do real quick. And then wouldn't that be cute? Like with your decorations, just put it in. Oh, well, that's not going to write. I'm trying to sign the daggone thing. I got too much water in my brush or something. Put it in with your decorations, and you all are better at decorating than me, probably. Well, ain't no probably about it. I used to have that ability. Lost it. You know, if you don't use something, you lose it, right? So if you're a painter and you're painting, keep painting. If you want to learn to paint, stick with me. I will show you how. If you are afraid, just get past the fear and do it. Because you can do this. I'll show you. You can do this. You can do all of this. All of these paintings up here behind me. You can learn to paint them with me. I can show you. All right. I'm getting ready to have a live sale. I was supposed to mention that earlier. Oh, gosh, that thing. I need to fix that. Sorry about that, guys. It just doesn't want to. See, it just keeps on falling. I'm getting ready to have a live sale. I just posted it today on my page that I'm going to have a live sale, a 10 and 10, which is 10 paintings in 10 minutes. And it's May the 12th. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. It's May the 12th at 8 o'clock. That's on a Thursday. It's a 10 and 10. And what that means, it's 10 paintings or more in 10 minutes that I'll be selling online on a Facebook Live. And one of those paintings will probably be this. So, it's the paintings that I do, instructional paintings. I will be showing little sneak peeks of them throughout the between now and Thursday. So be a part of that. It's fun. It's great. It's a good opportunity for you to grab some paintings for yourself or give us gifts. And they're very reasonably priced. So I'll be talking about that more. Mark your calendar for May the 12th. Sorry about that. It keeps falling. May the 12th. I guess I could just keep on going down. At 8 o'clock. It's a Thursday. Sorry. It's just always something around here. And there you go. So I hope you enjoyed the American flag. The Patriotic Birdhouse American flag. Well, there is a flag on there. The Patriotic Birdhouse. It was fun. I enjoyed painting that with you all. What are the dimensions of your board? Okay, let's see. Don't know, but I'll sure find out. Okay, now the heater's on. I'm going to turn that off. I was so cool down here earlier. We are going to find out. The board that I used this evening is 7 inches wide. 7 inches wide. And I love this. It was just a piece of shelving, and I had my husband cut it for me. And it's 11 3/4 long. And then it has a side. It's like, it has about an inch, a little over an inch on the side there. So, but when you do them like that, when you have like an edge on it, well, it won't set up on here because I have a paper towel there, but it'll set up by itself. Or you could put a hook on it and hang it on the wall. Or like I said, you can set that in like with some other little doodads and stuff and decorate around it with some greenery or whatever you have. So that'll be fun. I don't know why that keeps falling, but it's annoying, isn't it? There. Get that up. Ah! Oh, I don't know why it keeps doing that. I haven't done anything different to it. It just keeps on going down lower and lower. All right. Y'all have any questions? Be glad to answer any more questions that you might have. The flower pot with the flowers is so pretty. Looks so real. Oh, this one. Thank you. This one right here. This was, like I said, there was a this and that, and I'd posted it on my page, to whether you wanted to paint this week or that, or which one you liked. So I chose that one because that was the one that everybody liked the most, but I really like this one too. So maybe we'll paint this on here, sometime before, Memorial Day, or you could use that for 4th of July, or you could just use that anytime just because it's red, white, and blue. Change your flowers to a different color. That'd be fun. Right? Okay. All righty then. Got the dimensions of the board. Okay. So I think we're good. Melissa, thanks for jumping on. Melissa's new to the page, and she found me, and she wanted to jump on there this evening and paint, and there she did. So, or watch. I'm sure, I don't think you painted along. Colors on that were pretty easy. I used blue, burnt umber, ultramarine blue was my blue, burnt umber, white, titanium white, see, burnt umber, blue, white. Why is that thing doing that? My iPad's flashing. Ultramarine blue and burnt umber, purple to darken that a little bit. Then red and purple to darken a little bit. Burnt umber, blue, and purple for the dark. Red and purple. Easy stuff. Use the colors that you have. Use the colors. Use the paint that you have. Paint it. And you'll just enjoy it and love it. So, thank you all so much for jumping on here. I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great rest of your week. Well, tomorrow. Saturday. rest of your week. And I'll see you back on here again next time. Like I said, I'll be posting some pictures up for the live sale, and that'll be great. Hope for you guys to join me on that. And who knows what's next. Got all kinds of stuff going on here. All right. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.